Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my Monday messages. And the sun is shining this morning, which I'm very glad to see after a very blustery weekend. So I hope it's shining where you are too. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Rebecca. I'm a homeopath, I'm a QTT practitioner, a holistic life coach and natural health advocate. And I just come in here on a Monday to share anything, a thought, something to stimulate us, something to support us in becoming as conscious as we can of ourselves and what works for us and what doesn't work for us. And if it doesn't work, starting to implement changing that. So today, I wanted to share with you something that I noticed in myself just last week. And I share it with you because even though I do this work, these practices all the time, I'm not immune to being triggered, being tipped into states that don't necessarily serve me to stay in. And the difference is that now I know they're fewer and that I notice them much more quickly and I can turn them around much more quickly. So what am I talking about? Well, basically, I am really looking forward to a trip that I have had planned for quite a long time. It's a trip to the UK, which is, I'm leaving on Wednesday. I'm just going for a week. Very overdue. I haven't been for 3 years, which is the longest time ever that I have not visited my family in the UK. And so I am really, really looking forward to seeing my sisters, my beautiful sisters, and my nieces, my nephew, and the whole family that are over there. It's special time. And what I wanted to share with you was that, but also that last week I actually discovered that I wasn't really looking forward to it, that I was actually not really thinking about it at all because I was in a state of, panic seems slightly too big, but tipping towards that, a state of feeling a little bit overwhelmed, a little bit full of focusing on got to do this, must get this done. It's January. Oh my God, I'm going to be missing a whole week of January and all these things that need to be done, should be done at this time of year. And I noticed that quite quickly. And fortunately, I was able to kind of just sit with it and go, okay, what's going on here? And I worked it out and I worked out why I was feeling the way I was feeling. And it prompted me to talk about how easy it is in our climate of everything being do, everything being fast paced and you must do this and you should do that. And I'm very aware that for me, a lot of it was about soaking in all the wonderful opportunities that are out there at the moment from, coaching courses, nutrition courses, all sorts of wonderful opportunities to actually hit the ground running, kickstart the new year, get everything sorted for January and for the new year. And what it did for me, and I'm sure it does this for a lot of other people as well, you might let me know if that's the case, it just fed a kind of adrenally charged energy that was all about got to do this, got to do that, got to, there's a deadline on this and it must be done in January, all of that. And it triggered me not only personally from the perspective of me wanting to do some courses for myself, but also because that's what I offer. So thinking that I had to get stuff together in order to offer it to you during January. And when I looked at that and I realised, well, actually, what's the magic about January? What's so special about January? Yes, it can be a really good reminder for us to look at how our lives are and to really work out, well, what do I want to keep and what do I want to change, to upgrade in some way. Great, I completely get that. But there's no hurry. It doesn't have to be done in January. There is no urgency to it, really. Because when you think about urgency or urgent, the word really should be applied to kind of almost life or death situations, or situations where there are going to be really serious implications if you don't do something or don't get something done. And that is simply not the case about any personal development work. It might feel like it at the time, but it isn't. It's much more important that we take this time or these opportunities to stop, to relax, and to really get clarity over what we want to feel in our lives and how we would like to live our lives going forward on an ongoing basis, not just January or February or even 2023. Just any year, any day, any month, any week. How do we want to live our lives? And that can take time. And it definitely needs us to be able to relax and to touch into ourselves and how we're feeling. So we need to come out of here and into here. And when we do that, when we kind of shift our focus from must do, should do, must do, then we do tend to get our greatest clarity and certainly our greatest creative skills. We have our best ideas when we're not really thinking about it. I'm sure many of you have had moments where you've been trying to solve a problem, perhaps, and suddenly you have a light bulb moment in the shower, or when you're just about to go to sleep, or when you've just woken up, or when you're walking the dog, or some moment where you're really not focusing on what the problem is. And when we do that, everything clears, basically. We get rid of all that clutter, all that stuff that is made up. It's just in our heads, basically. It's just, and collectively, not just individually. So what I wanted to do this Monday, and thanks for the thumbs up, I wanted to encourage as many of you as possible to take your foot off the pedal and to actually understand how important it is that we practice being in our bodies, being, not doing, and connecting with our breath and connecting with the lovely, quiet, reflective space that we all have within us. And when we do that, things will come. You will be amazed at how much clarity and how many ideas you have when you do that. And so being able to practice that daily, I would say, in some way, will be one of the biggest sustainable, creative, clarifying changes that you could possibly implement during this month. And if you like it, and I'm sure you will once you do it, that you will be able to keep that up on a regular basis. And that is something that will transform everything in your life with very little effort. So what I wanted to do was take you through a quick guided meditative practice. Some of you may well know this because it's one that I I really like doing. I've got lots more guided meditations which are available on my website. If you just use the link below, you'll go to my free stuff page and you'll see there's a number of meditations there, guided meditations, all free. And there's also actually a challenge. I think it's a 4 or 5 day meditation challenge for those of you who maybe haven't already got a practice. And if you think, well, actually, I'm not very good at relaxing, I'm not great at switching off and just being rather than doing, then you can always book a free clarity call with me and we can have a chat about how I can best support you in shifting that, in introducing the idea and the practice that you can relax and you can give yourself that time whenever you want it. So, for those of you who are able to, I will invite you to find a comfortable spot and a quiet space where you can just close your eyes for a bit, obviously only if it's safe to do so. And you can always watch the replay if you want to. And just connecting with your breath. So feeling that breath coming in and feeling it going out. And not forcing it in any way, just going at whatever pace is good for you. And just beginning to notice the little pause that comes in between the inhale and the exhale. And also the pause in between the exhale and the inhale. Maybe just extending that exhale, making it as slow as you can. And as you focus solely on that beautiful receiving of breath and giving of breath, just noticing that your shoulders have come down, that your heart rate is slowing, and that everything is quieter, more still, more peaceful. And then bringing that breath down as low in your abdomen as you can go, and giving that beautiful, soft energy a colour, any colour, doesn't matter which colour it is. And when you see that soft colour flooding through your abdomen, just see it travelling down both legs, down your hips, your thighs, your knees, your calves, your ankles, your feet, and see it seeping into the ground below you and joining with the earth's beautiful, nurturing, magical energy. And as the two energies mingle, then with the next inhale, just encouraging that soft energy to move up again through the soles of your feet and up through both legs and up into your hips and your pelvis and right up into your heart space, the center of our transformation. And just spending a moment in that lovely heart space and feel your heart opening and feel that energy being suffused with compassion and empathy and love, and the energy becoming even more powerful as it then travels up through your upper chest and your neck, the back of your neck, and right up to the back of your head, where you may become aware of your thoughts, but they're just flowing in front of you, nothing to do with you. And then feeling that soft energy filling every cell in your body, filling you with peace and calm and quiet and love. And then as it fills your physical body, just on the count of 3, just popping it out beyond your physical body so that it's in a lovely bubble of soft energy. 1, 2, 3, and pop. And out you go. And just enjoying floating in that lovely bubble. And staying in that bubble for as long as you can, even though you're going to continue your day. And you'll be able to hear, see, smell, touch, feel everything that you can, everything that you want to. But you will be inside your bubble of authentic you energy. And you will be able to remain you, fully, authentically you, in whatever situation you find yourself in. So when you're ready, opening your eyes and coming back to wherever you are, still in your bubble, and ready to carry on with the rest of your day. So that's just a little simple example of something you could practice every single day. I find it really useful particularly when I'm going into situations which I know can be a little bit challenging, a little bit triggering. And it's something that if you find yourself being easily tipped into feeling a bit overwhelmed, a bit overly rushed, a bit kind of, God, everything's urgent, to just remind yourself to just do that. Just breathe, touch into yourself, remind yourself very few things are actually urgent. So I'm going to leave you with that thought, and I'm going to share some nurturing nudges during this week. And I won't be here next week because I'm going to be with my lovely sisters, but I will be still posting, so do stay with me. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the meditation. Do let me know if you did. Okay, take care.